In today's video I'll be talking about the storm risk we'll be seeing over the weekend. We'll start with the Wix chart. This shows the Cape level joules per kilogram, which is how many energy is per kilogram. In short terms, that's what it is. Tells you what is the air molecule inside of it. Quite hard to explain, but that is what it is in simple terms. The energy inside each kilogram. That's the easiest I can put into. So we'll start off. We'll just skip to Saturday. A bunch of zeros on the map, but focus on to Sunday now. You're going to see a little bit just sliding down to the south there. A bit 200, 400, 600 is possible down into the south west of England, parts of very southeastern Wales, parts of central England, and much part of Cornwall, Plymouth, and Cardiff. Maybe just a little bit of north it could move into if we eventually do see more of it moving from France. But this frame is the most severe one. This is why. Again, I'm showing you this, and then it does die out by the time the sun sets on Sunday, and then on Monday again, we do get a little bit more though across the county on Monday. 400, 500 widely for the southeast England, a little bit over southwestern Scotland, southwestern Wales, and some 200, 300 popping up here and there over London. East Anglia, Cardiff, that kind of area. Generally, the southern part of England and Wales. Again, we'll die out as the time we move into nighttime. Again, now moving on to the next chart now, which is this chart right here. You're going to see this analyzes the convective overview, and looking at this, you're going to see already we got some showers, perhaps thundery, moving down into Sunday 11 a.m. already. It will continue to move in, could again have an odd rumble of thunder along with it, dying out as we head into midnight and into Monday. Next band of showers will start to feed in across from France. These again could have an isolated rumble of thunder or two, you never know, maybe a little bit of hail, but nothing like severe thunderstorms. Convective overview from the reason why I'm on the Europe this time is because this actually doesn't show the time where an outbreak will come, but it shows how close it is. So this frame, look at this. We got this dark monster here of convection moving down into the sea of France there, just down to English Channel. And then that's only Saturday, and look at this already. We get some dark red, dark brown color in there. And that indicates very, very heavy showers or very, very heavy high Cape levels to be in what these cumulonimbus cloud. That's what you expect from these colors already. Again, these could have a chance of rumble thunder, most likely a little bit of hail, I would say, mixed in with them. But again, as long as they're not really in the UK, which does not look like they are. Well, I don't even know because I have not. It doesn't even show Sunday on Monday. That I can't really predict it because I can't say something that's not been seen by this run. Same thing goes here with the Cape. You're going to see the Cape level is pretty high within this band of storms there. Around 500 to 1,000 Cape levels. We can expect higher in summer, but again, May is the start season, which will start to trigger these storms. So again, could see higher in isolated spots, but generally in springtime, this is what we expect. From the total accumulated precipitation, we will see how much precipitation in that hour actually. It's better to actually use the accumulated precipitation in 24 hours. On Sunday, you can see it's this bluish green band which we need to focus on. This part down here, this is the part where the thunderstorms are likely to rumble through parts of the southwest. And on Monday, you can see that kind of just change a little bit drier, but you can see that does move a little bit further eastwards. Less storms on Monday, but that Cape level again, it's more widespread across the southern England. Looking at the chart now, we will thunder in Cornwall. This Cornwall is one of the hot spots from this storm. And look, yes it does. Today's storm is 16%. Tomorrow and Saturday we don't need to worry about. But it's only on Sunday and Monday, which is really what we're concerned about. 42% storm risk in Sunday, and it gets a little bit more worse on Monday, 55%. So again, that number is a bit above 50% chance. So we are talking about quite likely here, quite probable we'll see those storms. It is quite close, but still some uncertainty whether or not where it's going to land on and how long those showers will last. Again, if those ice bars will loosen up, it's going to be even heavier showers. Could cause some flash floodings, especially if you're in those localized areas. And actually, I'll check another place, Plymouth now. Plymouth. There we go. Plymouth, Devon. And really, it's a little bit less. Sunday 16%, Monday 25%. But again, going back to Cornwall, comparing this, you can currently see it's around 30% more higher. And we look up this city now, that's quite near. Still 35% chance, it's a little bit more off the coast there. But still, you get what I mean there. Still, around these areas is where you could expect most vulnerable. Now, the storm risk, this actually is more accurate than the previous one because it actually shows the whole location. The whole UK. And by Saturday, look at that, already in France, you got a lot, 50-40% chance of storm coming down there. And look at this, on Saturday, we got 10-20% rolling in across parts of the south again, that hotspot area, and it will die out through in the mornings. But then look at this, on afternoon on Saturday, look at this. Big band of green and yellow, actually, quite disruptive, or even a 50% chance to get these storms rumbling through across Wales, parts of England, parts of parts of south western, I should say, more likely will get hit by these storms. But otherwise, as we now move into Monday, that gets even worse actually on Monday. I've just looked through this one before recording, and look, 40% chance it's gonna hit the UK on Monday, 12th of May. So again, this vulnerable area could see a convective forecast by Hendry Outlook soon. Does look pretty bad. My first time seeing 40% storm risk actually in 2025. Actually, that's the highest one I've ever seen. And on Tuesday, we're comparing that on Tuesday. Still a little bit, but dying out. And onto Wednesday now, it's pretty much all gone. Just maybe that isolated storm will still be there. Now moving on to the UKV chart. You can currently see, skip to the time frame where that storm will come out. Skip to you can currently see already by midnight on Sunday. You already see these very light showers is already starting to pep up across parts of the south. Not likely to rumble through and cause disruption here. And continuing to Sunday now, you can currently see this blast of storm. That's all that's going to travel through pretty slowly, but dissipating but it's going to die out. These aren't supercells like we call in the USA, which continues on the night. Doesn't do that. These are just single cells. These are just very weak storms that are just literally 1 hour 30 minutes, and then 1 hour to 30 minutes, then they'll burn themselves out. They'll never come back again, except if it's lucky enough to. These types of storms are what we expect across the UK. Where you expect a little bit of hail, maybe a chance of flash flooding, and not really a chance of tornado with these storms. Quite unlikely to see anything extraordinary. Supercells is what you would call to see tornadoes. I know we did have two in history, two lines of supercells crossing parts of the Midlands and parts of Scotland as well. I have seen that. It was very old back, but then that was quite severe. Then it's nothing like this. Don't worry, it's nothing like this. It's not even gonna be anything like this. It's not gonna have a chance to even get like that. That they just had the perfect ingredients for storm. That's why it was like that. But this today is still spring, and we don't have that much high cape, so we do need a lot of cape in order to these storms to spark up into supercells. So these will just be isolated single cells. Continuing this now onto Monday, you can see it gets worse. These could see some multi-cells, and what I mean by that is groups of cells lining up together, joining up together to form a large colony. And what I mean by that is actually a whole line of storm. Not sure if you have heard of this term, but a whole line of storms will line up together. It will build the first cells, let's call it cell A, will firstly build up, and then behind it, cell B will build up. And at that point, when cell B builds up, cell A is the most mature cell, the one that brings the most disruption. And then let's call the next one cell C, and then the cell A was the one that started, and that one's starting to dissipate now. And then now cell B is the one that most mature, and cell C is starting to dominate, and it continues like this. And then cell B starts to dissipate, cell C become the most dominant, and then cell D starts, and then so on and so forth. So this is what we could see along the lines with this in the precipitation on Monday. You could see some pretty dark and ominous colors on there, so not good to see that. And continuing this now, you can currently see pretty much it is on this run then. So mainly either single cells or multi-cells is what you're going to get worse. Again, could not really have a chance to see supercells. We're not in the US. UK is much less likely to see supercells anyway. So and we are in still May, so technically supercells wouldn't form in May. Thank you very much for watching this video, and until the next time, goodbye.